Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that's Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we are going to be doing the WWE Bad Blood review, post-show review. And, of course, we watched Bad Blood last night. It is now Sunday, if you're watching this today. And we're going to go over my picks, my predictions. It was one of the best prediction cards I've had in quite some time. And you know, I always like to at least have better than half of what's going on. So last night with 5 matches, well, it was pretty simple. I had to at least get 3 right. So we go into the match card of last night. So first off, these are not in order, but just so everybody knows what we did watch last night, if you didn't catch it and you're just catching this review. We had Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. We had Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World title. We had Bayley taking on Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. We had the Hell in a Cell with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And we had the tag team match with Solo, Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. So, guys, how easy does it get here? We're going to just start off and we're going to run right down the list here. And, of course, like I said, in no particular order. We had Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I picked Damian Priest to win it, and Damian Priest did just that, even with the interference from the Judgment Day. And, of course, that was to be expected. I kind of figured we were going to see the interference of the Judgment Day either play a factor in all of them winning or all of them losing. And essentially, it's kind of where we went on the night. So. It's a little, tricky on the next one, but we'll get to that in a minute. But the match with Damian Priest and Finn Balor, I think it was a great match. I think it was definitely very entertaining, enjoyable to be able to see. You know, of course, the Judgment Day come out. We already expected that. It was nice to see Damian Priest kind of handle that. And I am very curious as to where this goes moving forward, especially where does the Judgment Day continue to fight itself? Does Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley continue to be involved in that? I mean, how long does that storyline continue for? We will see, of course. But Damian Priest picking up the victory against Finn Balor, and that put us up 1-1 on the night, or 1-1 on the night, I should say. Up next, we have the Women's World title match. Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan. We had Dom Mysterio hanging above the ring in a shark cage, which I don't know if they thought this one through, but apparently they did not. If I was WWE, I would have tried to figure out a way to make it where it was actually above the ring, but maybe that would also be potentially dangerous. I don't know if maybe they wanted to keep it in a place where, God forbid, if it was to fall or something was to happen, at least it's not landing on anybody or potentially landing on anybody. So, there's that, but they didn't have it above the ring. Obviously, we had the Hell in a Cell above the ring, so that probably played a factor into it as well. But the last time that I remember a shark cage match was the one where I believe it was Chris Jericho or Kevin Owens was in the cage, and the other one was fighting somebody at the time, and I want to say that the cage was actually like directly above the ring, but I'll have to go back and take a look at that. But so we picked Rhea Ripley to win the match. Technically, Rhea Ripley does win by DQ. Belt stays with Liv Morgan. Let's talk a little bit about this. Already had the intentional, mindset. Already had the pre-planned mindset, I should say, that Dom was going to figure a way to get out of the cage. We already just. That was a given. I just knew it. We were going to go, oh, it's this, it's that, it's blah, 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 whatever. It's just kind of predictable sometimes. But either way, it was nice to see Dom get out of the cage, be restrained, hanging by his ankle there. Rhea Ripley gets the kendo stick. She takes out Dom with a couple of shots. And then out of nowhere, we catch Rhea Ripley catching a forearm across the back. She drops. And the crowd goes less than mild because Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez, whatever it is, doesn't matter, right? What is going on here? One of the worst returns I've ever seen in my life. Literally, you could have heard a pin drop in this arena after everybody realized it. It was literally Rhea, ready? Smack. Oh, smack. Oh, smack. Oh, forearm to the back of Rhea. Oh, all of a sudden, everybody realizes Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez. What does it say in front of me here? Do we got her up in front of us here somewhere? It's the opposite of whatever the one is that's in front of us. I don't even think she's up on the wall. She might be put away with all the female talent all in one spot. I'm not sure. But either way, Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez, whatever it may be. Again, like I said, I got to get that down pat because that's the problem with WWE. We change up things so much sometimes that we forget what we're talking about, right? So, but with this one, Raquel breaks into the match, which causes the DQ, obviously, and it's just completely dead, done. What a crap return. And it makes zero sense. You and Liv were besties. You were teaming together. You went out on injury. She becomes a heel. She joins this crap group. Or, I'm just talking out, but she joins this crap group. And you come back to do this. So now what is this going to be? Is now Raquel going to join the Judgment Day? I mean, who knows here? Is she going to be the person trying to pull Liv from the Judgment Day, and then in return, Liv turns her back on her? And, there's so much that you could play out with this one, guys. There is so many roads you could travel, so many scenarios you could make. But, again, as always, like I said, Rhea Ripley technically does get the victory. She doesn't win the belt because it's by DQ. But we are now 2 for 2 on the night. Up next, WWE Women's Title match. It was Bayley trying to take the belt from Nia Jax. Of course, we already knew what we were going to see here. It was going to be an implemented moment with Tiffy time and the briefcase, and we already knew this was going to happen. It's going to continue to happen over and over again. And I don't know. I will say this. There were a lot of botches in this match, and we have been kind of praising Nia a bit, doing better, performing moves better, doing better in the ring. And I'm not trying to sound rude, but Nia's been around a while now, guys. This isn't some step-by-step thing where we got to be taking you by the hand anymore. Granted, is she doing something that I don't do every night? Absolutely. I am just somebody who is sitting here discussing it through a camera, discussing it through a lens. I have all the respect in the world for Nia Jax. I have all the respect in the world for all of the talents that are stepping into the ring, whether they're, top tier or bottom tier, whatever it may be, wherever their skill set should lie. But she's been around a long time now. We saw what looked to be botched moves off the ropes. She did like a Hurricane Rana that wasn't even really a Hurricane Rana, and Bayley threw herself afterwards. It was kind of like way back. I remember a botch with Batista where he got hit and he does some crazy tumble and throws himself over the ropes. Again, I understand sometimes in story you're trying to make it look as great as you possibly can, and it just doesn't work. There was that botch. There was a jump up Samoan slam, Samoan drop that was botched. There was another top rope move I think that was botched. In the course of bell to bell on Bayley and Nia, I believe there was at least 4 or 5 mistakes made in that match. So who knows? But I gotta say, too, I don't know if it was just Nia. I feel like it might have also been Bayley as well. So, who knows? I don't know personally. I guess it would be something to look into. Do Bayley and Nia genuinely not like each other in real life? Because sometimes that's what you get in the ring when you have two people that don't like each other. It's a let's see who can make the other person look bad. So, who knows? But we did pick Nia for the win. She did get the win. It was 3 for 3 on the night as of that moment. So, as we keep going, we move into the Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. What a match. I knew that there was going to be blood. Obviously, there had to be some type of blood in this pay-per-view, in this PLE. But as far as it goes, guys, CM Punk, what a performance from him. What a performance from Drew McIntyre. A lot of storytelling. Hopefully, this is the very end. I figured that it made the most sense. We saw the situation play out with Drew and Punk in the Royal Rumble. We saw Drew pick up a victory after that. We saw CM Punk pick up a victory after that at Bash at Berlin. And now we see CM Punk picking up another victory yet again. It does put the nail in the coffin. This was great. Very happy with this one. This match was, again, one of the highlights of the entire night. And two men who truly did put their bodies through a lot, through hell, and that's exactly where we wound up with this one. We definitely took a journey into the true structure of Hell in a Cell. It was great. A couple of moves that were very hard hitting. Drew McIntyre doing his Claymore that he missed, where CM Punk stepped out of the way, hit his lower back on the steps. I was like, oh man, that one looked really rough. The play out with the beads instead of the thumbtacks was very cool. I thought that was awesome. And as well as the table spot off the top rope where McIntyre suplexed Punk through the table. I thought that was a great one as well. The wrenches, the screwdrivers, stuff like that. It worked out really well as also. Drew definitely bleeding profusely after that shot with the toolbox. And I said, ooh, I'm like, I don't know if that was meant to be just like that or how it was supposed to go. But that was definitely a tough one there. But we did pick CM Punk to win that one, so that put us at 4-4 on the night. And again, we're now ending with what was the last match, but those matches, as I said, like we just went through, they were not in order. This, though, is the actual last match of the night, which was to be expected. The tag team match between Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, taking on Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And with this match, I had a lot of things that I had to say. First of all, I said, if Solo and Jacob were to win, I feel like it would have to be Jacob picking up the win over Cody, because it wouldn't make any sense for Solo to beat Cody unless they were going to try to play it back as another title match. It wouldn't make any sense for Roman Reigns to get pinned, because then that would just completely take away all of his his aura, his character, as you could imagine. So I did say, though, when this was going to happen, I said, what would make the most sense? I said, well, Cody has already pinned Solo. I don't think they want to pin Jacob. I said, so now it would make sense that we do see probably Roman Reigns picking up the victory. I said, but will he actually pin Solo? He does. I think that leads into a potential match at War Games now. We start to build that up. We start to bring that to the forefront of what is going on here. So I do think that we see Roman Reigns and his team taking on Solo Sikoa and his team at War Games. The Rock returning at the end of this. What could be even crazier than that? Jimmy Uso returning at the end of this. And so now we see Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso have realigned. So who will be with them? Unknown, right? But now we also have Solo, Jacob, Tama, and Tama Tonga and Tamaloa. So it's I don't know. I mean, you've got them already. You could add a fifth. Could it be The Rock? I don't know. There's so many options here, guys. This is just crazy, you know what I mean? So there's a lot on the table now, and there's a lot more to work with. Very happy to see that this went the way that it did. And, of course, by Roman Reigns picking up that victory, it did put us at 5-for-5 on the night. What a night. What a night. Absolutely can't beat it, almost made me want to go out and play some bets on the UFC prior to the night starting. But we just stick to the UFC 5, and we did put our predictions in on that. I actually could even go over those with you maybe in another video sometimes, guys. Maybe we'll start doing some more UFC stuff on the channel as well. But what a card. Absolutely phenomenal from start to finish. Of course, like I said, a couple of little botches in there. The match with Bayley and Nia, a little bit so-so, but it was still pretty good. But the tag team match was great. The Hell in a Cell match was great. The Women's World Title match was pretty good, aside from the lackluster crowd goes mild or less than for the Raquel return. And the Damian Priest and Finn Balor match, I think, was great as well. I think there was even maybe a botch or two, might have been a botch or two in the match with Priest and Balor, but as well, again, like I would say the same thing with Bayley and Nia. These people are working in the moment, live. There is no cut, retake. There is no second option at things, unless you're lucky enough to kind of play it out as the match goes. But it is what it is. All in all, guys, though, 5-for-5 on the night with the picks. And if I had to give Bad Blood a rating out of 5 stars, the good old Dave Meltzer treatment here, I am going to say that I would give Bad Blood probably a 4.2 out of 5 stars for the night. I think it was a great show. We also did get the increment of what is to come, the expectations of the future, Crown Jewel coming up, and I don't know, guys. I'll end it with this because I don't want to keep going too far. But the crown jewel thing with the belt now and this champions versus champions, I like it, but I really don't like it. In that case, what I would say is, now I understand, listen, this is all about money. This is all about sponsors. This is this Riyadh season. This is all this other stuff. The UFC's doing it. WWE's doing it. It's all been going on for a while now. I understand it's to get the program and the product to different places. You know, now we're in Saudi Arabia. We're in Perth. We're in Vancouver, British Columbia. We're in, you know, all these different places. Even like San Juan, Puerto Rico. You know, we're in these different elements and these different crowds of venues and stadiums and arenas. So I get exactly what they're trying to do. But in my opinion, scrap the whole thing, bring back bragging rights at that point and have it go that way. Or better yet, scrap the whole thing and let's make Survivor Series something to really be excited about, where we get, I don't know, a War Games match, and then maybe a regular Survivor Series traditional elimination match. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know what else to do. Or if we want to take it a step further, as we know, War Games goes 2 men enter, and then it goes 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then when the last guy walks in the door, War Games has begun. First pinfall to a finish. Let's get rid of that. Let's do this. Let's go 1, 1, 1, 1. Last person enters. War Games has now begun. It's an elimination match. That would be great. But let's not do the normal WWE where, oh, there's 10 guys in the ring and it comes down to 2 and then 1 man went. No. I'd like to see a match where, hey, it's 5 on 5 and guess what happened? You lost 2 and then these 3 guys whooped the shit out of these other guys and then 3 guys were left and beat the other team instead of 1-on-1. Let's make it interesting. Let's make something happen here. Let's make something different occur. But in that, I could go on and on about pay-per-views. I'm probably getting red in the face over here because I want to see it come back so bad. But I could go on and on about pay-per-views. I'm glad to see Bad Blood is back and Hell in a Cell is gone. I think that's great. However, Hell in a Cell was in October, just like now Bad Blood is coming back. I don't think it needs to be the point of Hell in a Cell. Every year, we don't need a feud to lead up to where we know in October it's going to be Hell in a Cell. You know, no. We need something where we can get it anytime, where it's a possibility anytime. That's just my opinion. Another thing, any pay-per-view that is named after a match, get rid of it. No more Hell in a Cell. No more Elimination Chamber. No more, you know what I mean? Bring back No Way Out and put that as the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That's what it should be. Let's get rid of these freaking matches that are deemed into pay-per-views and make pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's make it what it used to be. Bring back Unforgiven. Bring back Armageddon. Bring back the names that were synonymous with these great pay-per-views that went on and on over the years. That's my take. Like I said, I could go on for another hour about this, guys, but I'm not gonna, because this was a review on Bad Blood, and that's where we're gonna leave it. So, like I said, I'd give it a 4.2 out of 5 stars on the night. We went 5 for 5 on the night in matches, even though Rhea Ripley did win by DQ. And of course, guys, as always, this has been another casual conversation. This has been another review, as you will. And of course, I will be back with another one of these prior to our next PLE. And after the PLE is over, as always, we're going to keep continuing with these. We've got new figure pickups videos coming for you all week long. Or actually, not all week long. That would be the unboxing and review videos we've got coming all week long. But we do have a new figure pickups video coming very soon here in the next day or so. And as well, guys, as always, please make sure you get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to see me every single day. I know some of you may want to do that. You might want to get your head checked. I'm not sure if that's that might be a mental problem or not. But if you guys do want to see me every single day, make sure you hit that bell icon and comment, subscribe, like the videos, do all that great stuff. It helps me out tremendously. And as always, check out the description of this video. Check out our community and sponsors. We've got the FTW podcast. We've got my man Gary Gainzz. We've got my man Al Ruddick. We've got all of them under there, as well as my buddy who has all the shirts that I've also shown on the channel as well. Under One Sun, you can get him over on Etsy. But all of that stuff is in the description below, so make sure you check those people out. And if I left anybody out, my apologies. But you're all in the description, so you're already there. I didn't leave anyone out. But as always, guys, much appreciated to all of you for watching this video. Love you all, and until the next video, I will see you all there. Stay safe, stay tuned.